All right, Scorpio. Here's the energy coming through. Wow. So the King of Wands. This could represent a fire sign. The King of Wands is very passionate and he's very driven and he's going after what he wants. He's non-judgmental. And the King of Wands specifically is looked at as Sagittarius, but this could be a fire sign, so it could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So we shall see if this is how we are feeling, passionate and driven, or if this is the person involved. And in the past, so the Page of Wands. The pages to me are messengers. They're bringing a message through to you. And this is about going after what it is that you want. The page is asking you to be passionate and to be driven. And sometimes we go after things that may be a little bit bigger than life, but we have the drive to go after it. And here it's like, look at this fire going on. So I have to wonder right now if maybe we're not receiving some messages having to do with this King of Wands here. And in the present, yeah, I would say so. So just by looking at these three here, what it says to me is there are messages coming through regarding this fire sign who's wise, passionate, and driven. Non-judgmental, and it has to do with love. So the lovers is all about putting love first in your life. This is about a loving relationship. This is also the duality, the male, the female, the yin and the yang. So I feel like there is some love going on, and it may have to do with a fire sign. And in the future, wow. So, oh my goodness. I like the High Priestess, especially for Scorpio, because of our intuitive nature and our ability to dig into the depths to find the truth. So the High Priestess is a seer between worlds. She knows all the unknown. And in the cards, when you go from the Fool into the Magician, before you hit the Empress, the High Priestess is where all the possibilities lie. So, you know, this could be about us using our powerful intuition right now, or this could also mean some secrets coming to light. Things that are unknown to you will be made known to you. And with the Lovers on top, clearly it has something to do with love and these messages coming through regarding this person here. Now, the best path to follow. I love seeing majors. You know, I don't think that, you know, a lot of people give these cards credit. These are some heavy hitters. This is important stuff. So, as the best path to follow, the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that there is an opportunity opening up to start the journey anew, because at the 10, that is the end of the journey. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about fate turning in your favor. All the bad is going down, the good is going up. There is a second chance to start the journey anew, and Anubis is suggesting rebirth, which, you know, has a lot to do with Scorp. So, wow, you know, I really think that there is an opportunity opening up, and it has to do with love. Definitely has to do with love. And there are messages coming through regarding love. And here you have this fire sign. And again, the High Priestess. You know, we have such powerful intuition. But here I really feel like the unknown will be made known to you. In your environment. Wow. So the Eight of Cups is all about emotionally moving on before you do physically. So, especially next to the Wheel of Fortune here, it almost seems like, maybe you thought that what you have built was emotionally fulfilling, but here it's saying that, no, I need to take a new journey now. And emotionally, you're okay with it. Like, oh, that's okay. And you're ready to take a new path. Now, and with the Wheel of Fortune being about second chances, it's like, here's the journey. But again, emotionally, we're fine. We're okay. But, with the wheel underneath this king here, to me, it suggests that there may be a second chance opening up, and it has something to do with this person here. Your hopes and your fears. So, the Six of Cups is about nostalgia. It is about remembering the security of childhood, remembering old friends, and overall, it's about restoring harmony. So, I mean, when I look at the cups, especially when you talk about a water sign, with these ones, to me, it's signaling that emotionally there's good standing. Now, here are the messages coming through, and I have to wonder if maybe this person isn't somebody from the past, and there's like this second chance, and love is involved. And it's like, this will be made known to you. And I wonder if in your environment you feel like, maybe you had to emotionally move away from this person. But, regardless, in this position, I would have to say that more than anything, to me, it's about restoring harmony and looking at the past in a good way. And the outcome. Oh, wow. So, judgment. Oh my goodness. Judgment is all about hearing the call and rising up and reviewing your past with joy rather than regret. And all right here, it's like, you're making amends for the past. And here is this second chance. And here's this fire sign. I really do think that this is a person coming through. And here are these messages. And the Lovers, I mean, I can't help but feel very strongly about the fact that what is unknown to you is going to be made known to you. And it has to do with the messages coming through about this person regarding love. And here, it's like you're okay with what happened in the past. You're good with it. And you're ready to start anew. So I really do think that a lot of you have made amends with the past, which is fantastic. And emotionally standing, we look great. And there clearly is a second chance going on, and I really do think that it has something to do with putting love first in your life. And I do believe that there are messages coming through that may involve a fire sign for some of you. But regardless, emotionally we look great. We have a second chance, and the High Priestess, again, powerful intuition. Use it when you need it. So, the Lovers. This is all about the loving relationship between two people. This is all about the duality, the yin and the yang, the male and female within us. And for this to be a signifier, I have to wonder if this is going to be surrounding a love in your life, or you putting love first in your life. And in the past, the Four of Swords, so wow. If I remember correctly, in the last reading, we were taking a break from a fire sign, and here again from the past is the Four of Swords, which is all about taking a break, needing to take a rest. Now, with this being the past coming through, it doesn't feel like, we're needing a break from love. But we shall see. And in the present, so, wow, look at the fours. The Four of Wands is all about celebrating. This is where you are taking a break and you are celebrating what you have done so far. So your foundation is laid, your walls are up, and there's still more work to do, but this is a time to celebrate. And, next to the Lovers there, that's pretty good. I don't want to say that everybody's getting married or anything like that, but we are definitely celebrating love in our life. In future conditions, yeah, see, I had a feeling that it was almost too good to be true. So the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is all about mental anguish, pain, and regret. This is sleepless nights and crying alone, and this is all the mental nonsense that you do to yourself. And with the Lovers there, that's not a good sign. It's like you bounce from taking a break to celebrating, and there's love in your life, and then boom, all of a sudden there's this regret and mental anguish and just bullshit. So the Nine of Swords actually goes back to the Three of Swords. In the Nine of Swords, when you look at the image, the person is sitting up in bed with their head in their hands, and there are swords going through the air, and three of them are stabbing them in the back and in the back of the head. And the Three of Swords is all about heartbreak and betrayal. So I worry here. I worry about some heartbreak going on, and it involving love. The best path to follow. Yeah, see? Wow, something is not right here at all. So the Ten of Swords is about being released from a harmful relationship, an arrangement, an agreement. It is done. It may be abrupt, but it is over with. It is done. It is over with. And next to that 9, that's just shitty as hell. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, especially with, thinking back to the last reading and there being this second chance. And it's like, no. For some reason, it's like, no, this situation here is just done. The influences around you. Yeah, see, this is really shitty. This is horrible. I don't like this one at all, at all. So, the Five of Swords is all about, are you winning the fight, or is the other person winning the fight? Why are you arguing at all? This is a no-win situation for you. You need to back out while you still have your dignity intact. Now, to me, this being in your environment is telling me that you're getting pulled into arguments. And you can't do that. You have to back away. There's just no point with the Five of Swords of doing it at all, because, again, it is a no-win situation. Something's going on here, but it's like, I almost feel like, with the Four of Swords is like, you took a break to celebrate. And I have to wonder if it has to do with the ending of a relationship. And here it's like, at first on the outside, it's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm okay. Right? But really internally, it's heartbreaking. And here are these arguments now. If you are creating the situation, stop it. Don't do it. And if this is a person pulling you into their arguments, you need to back away. And again, with the Ten of Swords being the best path to follow, this is all about accepting the end. There is nothing you can do. It is over and it's done with. Your hopes and your fears. Yeah. So the Seven of Cups is all about, what the hell do I do? There are too many options in front of you. There is disorganization. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. And the warning is not to get caught up in illusions. Something is really, really wrong here. It feels like, this to me is like, oh man, this is going to be a painful death. Because, that is our life cycle: sex, death, and rebirth. And it's constant. It's what we go through. And a lot of times with Scorpio, if they know that a relationship is going to be ending, a lot of times they will force the ending rather than having somebody else do it. It's like the actual scorpion in nature, where they will sting themselves to death rather than let the opponent win. And that's like what I'm feeling here. It's like you want to show on the outside that you're like, yeah, whatever, I'm going to celebrate, right? But really, this is hurting you bad. And whatever this was here, I feel like it was too good to be true. Oh. The outcome. Yeah, so, oh, wow. So there's two ways to look at this. The Emperor is all about order, power, and structure. This is about getting your house in order. So when you start the journey from the Fool and you go into the Empress and all the chaos in between there, the Emperor comes in and he brings order and structure to everything that's manifested. But the Emperor also represents Aries. The outcome, definitely you need to get your house in order. But I'm feeling like, especially because of the last reading, that there may be, that fire sign still involved. And, the lovers, it's so tough seeing all of this harsh stuff around this, because, this is supposed to be about love and putting love first in your life. I mean, with everything that's going on here, it's like, even if this was an Aries coming through with all of this, it's like, I can't see that as, oh, okay, so you had all this shit, now you're going to start this relationship. No, it's not that at all. Because the 7 and the 5, it's like being pulled into bullshit, feeling like it was too good to be true. Here is accepting the ending, and here's all this mental pain. So this is one of those readings where I really hope that, a lot of people tell me no, that this isn't right, that, this doesn't resonate with anybody, because this is horrible. But, it's so be it. If it is, it is our death. It is what needs to happen in order for us to rise from the ashes to create ourselves anew. But the worry here is that, again, with Scorpio, because we live in the depths of human emotion and understanding that, you don't want to spend too long in this. Don't do that to yourself. Accept that it's over with. Don't get caught up in bullshit arguments. Get your house in order and bring yourself back to that feeling of celebrating. So the more I look at this reading and the more I think about how we are, I wonder if we aren't purposely mentally torturing ourselves. And with the lovers being the signifier, I'm hoping that this is a person coming through to help you. And, I don't feel that that person will be, where they seem like they're too good to be true. I think that with Aries being about order and power and structure and getting your house in order, I'm hoping that this is a person coming through to help. But regardless, please make sure that you keep love in your life.